Hey there, here's a quick demo for the Sherlocks.ai Playground platform. The goal of the Playground platform is to help you visualize what infrastructure resonates with you, choose it, create a chaos in that infrastructure, and then witness what Sherlocks is capable of or how helpful Sherlocks can be in investigations in your when there are incidents in your infrastructure. So let's try it with a basic AWS cloud setup, which has a EC2 instance and a MySQL DB. So let's refer to the infrastructure diagram. So it's a typical infrastructure diagram where there is a VPC, there are subnets, public and private. There are load balancers, there's a target group attached to EC2s, and then EC2 interacts with MySQL databases. So here are all of those. EC2 instances are created by launch templates, and then on that they are attached to an auto scaling group, which is again attached to an auto scaling policy with scale out to when there is a CPU utilization greater than 60%. So this is a typical setup. We'll refer to the APM dashboard as well, which is typically New Relic dashboard as of now. So here are like the average latency of your Playground app. It's the same app which we are referring to, error rates, throughput, transactions, etc. Now we can create a chaos by clicking on to, let's try for injecting errors into the system. The chaos platform will inject errors into the Playground app, and we'll quickly see its repercussions in the APM dashboards. Okay, so as we see, what actually the inject error did was started to hit an endpoint, which error route. So you can see the average latency has started to increase, the error rate has started to increase. At the same time, throughput has also started to increase. So basically, it's almost like a real life scenario where you do a new deployment which has new endpoints and everything, and it starts to error out and create errors into the system. So that is the idea behind injecting errors at this point of time in the Playground app. Okay, so Sherlock's has already received an alert. I think the message he says is he has received a new alert for this issue ID. The alert's details are as follows, where it follows a high error count on the infrastructure. And yeah, and he says, let me debug it. So let's wait for what it finds. Here's the analysis that he has come up with. The error rate, there's a definitely I2, which is also valid in the error. It checks for the traces from the APM as well and figures out that there's a value error with the invalidator for int, which is responsible for giving 500 internal errors. This is the potential issue from the spans that it has uh, deduced. The errors are in app.py at line 112, and it is for it is the potential reason for the whole error thing. It also correlates the throughput as well. So like when it says there's a significant spike in the throughput observed during the time where the error actually happened, it is able to correlate that spike is primarily caused due to the simulate error transaction, which is what we discussed how we created the error. So it is able to correlate well as well. Through the transaction throughput also, it suggests the same, that is why it was indicating that simulate error was the issue. So it is all what it finally came up with a deductive analysis, as we say. It was due to a value error caused by the invalid literal for int with base 10 in the function simulate error in the file app.py in the line this, leading to 500 errors. So the idea is we need to fix this deployment, as we say. So that's all for the. Thanks a lot.